My daughter, we can move my daughter. Last time I golfed in Arizona, you send out the 5 o'clock. You know, even with DVR or by night. You have to be one or the other. Sure, you have. Well, that's cool. I saw his name on one of the board. I was thinking celebration board. So on that day we played golf, we had lunch or something. Yeah. Scottsdale. Trying to get back on my hotel. You know, I want for the whole house.
Hey, Angie, could you give us a sound test? Just say something.
And I sat there for a couple of hours.
Morning, I hear you.
Can you say that a little louder?
Good morning.
All right, we got you. Thank you.
Long story short, they thought maybe I was hanging up.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't say I was gone.
I guess a way to make sure everything's.
Yeah. Carrie.
Hey, running.
I swear I am not stalking you. I promise. I am not stalking you.
I got blaked out.
What do we got?
I was about to say, you use that.
Come in.
Nice.
We've got a lot of this.
I don't know. I saw him right around.
So this is probably a spot.
That was I was a conference in Tucson. Oh,
And I didn't know the 84 schedule. So I learned that. So it took many years.
How was that? When I do my report, I just come over here with my. He also has a.
Yeah.
I think you have a.
That works.
Yeah.
You still put that screen like that.
This is the point. Wake up. Donate. Yes. I haven't seen any of your signs up. I don't know.
I need more stuff.
I would say, would you take it yesterday? Yeah, it was awesome. I know. Well, I joined it in the auction last year, so I got to, and I guess. Yeah. Made lunch. Yeah. Roasted corn and. Yeah.
Brian's in the first morning. Brian.
It's not really.
But it's good.
Yeah. Going to be. The whole
Yes. Everybody can be like, yes, or just a note for last time. You had 3 items that fast?
Really?
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning and it's.
Yeah.
You know.
You sound like you're underwater.
Sick or something and there was no.
Well, thanks for that.
Oh, that's better.
Really? That made a difference. Oh, you're on. All right. All right, let's get the show on the road.
I don't know what I did to Don, but I picked him off.
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
and the 4-way test. So, first.
Is it?
Second.
Is it fair?
Third. Good. Yes. Fourth. Fifth. And sixth. Thank you.
Whatever the theme is. Auction.
All right. Eileen, do we have an inspirational comment?
I do. All roads that lead to success have to pass through Hard Work Boulevard at some point.
At least to make it a true accomplishment. All right. I'm trying to think if that has anything to do with Aquafest or anything to do with Corks and Kegs. Maybe so. Okay, we do have a guest, a former member. So Nancy Johnson, welcome. And let's see here. We don't have. Oh, yeah, and Brian, your father is here. And welcome back. Welcome back. We didn't scare you. We didn't hear. Yeah, we didn't scare you off.
Good to be anywhere.
That's a good way of looking. I think we all feel that way. All right, looks like we're pretty good otherwise. Got some birthdays. Eileen, yours is.
Yeah, the big 6-0, my friend. The big. I already paid, Callie. I already paid.
Welcome to your 7th decade.
Yeah, very exciting. I feel like we should have like a cake or something. Yeah. All right, James.
Yes, sir.
You're coming up here too on the 28th. Yeah.
How
Old.
old?
6th decade, 7th. Yeah, I guess that I ended myself.
Wow. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there, before I add additional birthdays, we are talking about not having our meeting next week, which is somewhat of a tradition on 3-day weekends, in case people feel compelled to turn them into a 4-day weekend. Anybody have any objections to that? We got one. That's it.
Even the buzzer.
That's it. All right. Well, then officially, should we call it a buzz in Friday?
We can do that.
Yeah, the informal Friday event if you're here and you want to get together and have breakfast. 7:30, usual place. Okay, then more birthdays because we need to cover for that birthday thing into the next week. Raquel is on the 4th, and Lauren. There you are. You're coming up. You're also on the 4th, it looks like. And then we got Kyle. Yeah. You're coming up.
Are you two the same age or?
Very close.
What kind of skincare do you use, sir?
And then we got a couple anniversaries. We got Brian coming up on today or is it today? Yeah. Anthony as well. He's going to be on the 29th. Then Lori came in just in the nick of time because we got a Rotary anniversary for you. It looks like on the 30th.
8 years.
8 years. Okay, just a few announcements. We have a very, very exciting summer martini party coming up here pretty soon. Just a reminder, it's Saturday, and it's at Bob and Ann's house, Saturday at 6 p.m. So please sign up, and it will be fun, for sure. As far as reports, okay, Jack, let's do your report. We got a few other things that will kind of mix them in here.
If you haven't paid your dues, please pay your dues. Also with regards to the party tomorrow, we do have flyers back here to keep that address.
Okay. Sounds good. And Chris, we have a past president's report.
I'm here.
Okay.
I would have not too much to report, but I do have one thing though. So our girls troop is growing and growing and growing. And they're doing their first Eagle project tomorrow, I believe at Skyline. They're gonna start at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but that's kind of cool. There, you might have some more on that.
I do. The young lady is leading a team to reconstruct the planning garden area between the two wings and the middle courtyard of the school. So,
Cool, yeah.
her brother did his project at the school too. The sign that's out on the road there, the driveway. He redid it.
Cool. Awesome. And then I
If you
have.
can help out, come on down. I think they're starting.
Oh, cool. So I have as past president, I have a couple stragglers that weren't at the induction for Don's presidency. And one is in the audience, I think. Who?
You know, the shirt on the back says Ghost Squad. Yeah.
Okay, good, yeah, good. So Ron, you can come up here and I guess, yeah, so anyhow, here's a coin for your pay.
Lucky.
And a notepad for any notes you may have to take.
We have a few of those.
Yeah, that's right. And so here's a little book you can read. Some people just throw it away. And you did have $1,000 Paul Harris Fellowship in your name. So there's that. You might want to turn around here.
That's my better side, so.
You turn around and Val props it.
Right. Part of the chorus, right? So there's that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And there's way, but wait, we're doing such a great job and everything like that, you know, and continuing to do a great job because we do have, you know, we had Office, great job there. And you're kind of in charge of the lady team over there.
They got that.
Right, and so we have in honor of your dedication and service to the community and community to Rotary Club of Lake Stevens, we have this really cool looking thing. This is you back in the day.
Remember those days.
Okay, everybody look. Wow.
Thank you.
That's it.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Yay, go Ron.
Yay. Gary, do we have a secretary's
I
report?
got a few things. Since we got no program today, I've got a half an hour report, I think. Just a reminder, there'll be no board meeting in September. And the first board meeting in October will be on the first Tuesday of the month, which I think is October 3rd. Farmers Market, last meeting this week. I know that Don and I have the first shift. Johanna signed up for the second. I don't know if anybody else did, but she'll need some help if not. And from the chamber, they're having a job fair on September 23rd. So if anybody's needs employees, you can sign up through the chamber. And October 6th, they're having a candidates forum at the mill. And then in October, they're going to have a membership list. They're only down to 107 members now. They've had as many as 250 members and over the years. And so there's a membership list that we put together. So hope that if you're not a member of the Rotary or chamber, you'll consider it. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All righty.
Yes.
What time is the second shift?
Oh, 5 to 7:30.
Okay,
Too bad.
Ron, do you have anything for other than, did you enjoy Eastern Washington or
I was in Arizona.
Arizona? Might as well have been.
Celebrating there too, so enjoyed that, but, so Corks and Cakes, I got the, thank you for the dream team for stepping up to help me out, so it's in much better hands with Eileen, Tracy, and Michelle.
It's gonna cost you.
Oh,
You haven't got a million.
So
Bill
time
Goodman.
for sponsors, I did get a contact, I was talking to Steve from Sheffield St. Michelle, and I think I forwarded
Yes.
the group. Okay, so.
I got
And we have one new sponsor that I wrote the board members on, Grocery Outlet will be coming in at $350.
Great. Eileen,
Yes, so we, for those of you who don't know, we have pushed out the date for our Corks and Cakes to give us a little more time to regroup. We have, Rochelle and I went and looked at 2 venues. Now we have to take that data to the rest of the team to make a decision on where we're going to have it. But they're both in Lake Stevens, so that will make everybody happy. And then once we determine the venue, we will then decide, it'll dictate who the caterer is, and then we can get a price together. And then we can get the ticket price, and then we can really start to push it out. So it is a work in progress, but yeah. And then on the tables, I created updated donation form. So this is the form when you donate an item to the auction, please fill out 2 copies, one that stays with the item and one that goes with me so I can enter it into the software. And then Brian has graciously agreed to store the items again, so that we can have them all in one place. We won't need to take a bunch of pictures except for maybe some live auction stuff, because we're not promoting it online. Does anybody have any questions?
Typical
Yes, sir.
date?
So we have 2 dates, depending on the venue.
Okay.
It'll be November 4th or November 11th. And I know that will make some people happy because November 4th, there was some concern about the brew thing that's going on in Snohomish. I'm not a beer drinker, I'm sorry. Brew fest or brew,
Yeah.
whatever. So once we decide the venue, that will also dictate the date, and we will push that out to you as soon as we know.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So one goes with the item, and one goes to you.
Yes, please.
If you guys want, when you drop it off with me, I'll scan the form and email it to Eileen.
Oh, that would.
That would
That's
be-
awesome.
I love you so much.
More cheaper. It's easier, it's electronic, right? I mean, I'd rather that.
Couple of years ago, he sampled everything.
I appreciate that very much. And I didn't want to put that on you because I don't know how busy your schedule is,
No, it's
so
okay. I just hired.
thank you. Anyway,
There's a couple
Great.
of people want to know why they got only a quarter bottle of wine. From last year.
That's feedback here.
Whole bottle. Yeah, exactly. I gotta sample it. Don't worry, if it's wine, it's safe. If it's whiskey, it's a problem.
While we're on, Brian, how about community services?
Well, Gary covered it, the farmer's market next week.
Coming up.
So-
Yeah, we've got, it looks like at least one blank for each shift. So,
Well, if nobody else can do it, I'll do both.
It's-
So,
I have to check my schedule, but is there an opening for the early shift?
yeah.
there was yesterday.
So I can get back to you after I look at my calendar today.
You can. Or you just sign up
Tentatively
online.
Signing up for first shift.
I won't add it.
Big hard time, Valley.
And we'll have the fish bowls there. Yeah. So you've got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
They're out in the ground.
sounds like that works pretty good. All right. Rishal is not here, so I think we can move on to the next item, and maybe she'll be here next time. That work? Okay. Linda, we don't think she's still out, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out and about. Couple things that would fall under her we'll call it her purview is we've had some discussions about what to do with our golf fund money. And one thing that we are planning to do is reserve some of that money for the Honduras to aid Honduras with the problem they've had recently with flooding. But we haven't gotten a report back yet from I forget the gentleman's name, but one of the IPA people are actually down there right now. And hasn't had a sense to get a feel if money, he's confident money is needed, but he really just doesn't know where yet, and there's just not enough information. So no commitments have been made on that, but we're looking at our options as to what to do with that money that we feel will have the biggest impact, particularly on the folks that we've been supporting the most. Another thing too is if you're a sponsor of a student in Honduras, I think that we've been having some problems getting our invoices for this last year. And I say that because I was actually looking for my invoice, and I was meaning to actually ask if there was one that I could get. And apparently they've had problems with it going to junk mail. And so anyhow, I'm hoping that we'll find out if there's a way to get invoices sent again, maybe in a different way that we'll do that. Okay, Kyle, anything up on membership? It's all good? Okay. Well, it is good. It's been a very good year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the decisions that we need to make is going to be our goal for memberships for this year. And
we make kind of a goal, or maybe we didn't.
We didn't.
You did
We're
not.
going to.
yeah, we kind of need to do
The
that.
next board meeting, we should make that decision.
Well, maybe
We're
soon.
gonna do it now, today. We have to have it in, technically, we're supposed to have
Last
it
year
in.
we had, what was it last year? What we put in there?
New members last year? I think there was.
We had quite a bit.
We had 14.
14 there.
14 as a goal or 14 sign up?
No, we had,
Those are terms.
somebody put it in goal that we're gonna have 50 members. Wasn't me. don't know how that got in there, but, we had about, somewhere around 40, 42 before we started here. We got 14. We've had a couple of drops.
Yeah,
And so we had a really solid year last year. And typically what you do is take what we have as a base right now and you bump it 2. And 2 or 3 or 4, no more than 4. And you try and meet that goal. So
I think it's good.
it's
Let me look.
not a big deal. We'll just bump it up 2.
I think
That
that
was
makes,
bad.
I think that makes the most sense. Yeah, and it's actually really,
Yeah.
we're at a kind of a milestone right now. And when you brought this up at an earlier meeting, but 50 people is a social group. And, you know, if we want to, you know, be moving toward, excuse me, 100 people or whatever in the future, we have to be prepared that it will change the personality of the club. It'll be less of a social group, more of a bigger thing. And, you know, 50, 60 in that range is actually a very comfortable number. And do we really want to grow? And I don't think there's a problem with not growing. I think it's most important that the members that we have enjoy being together and know each other and that type of thing. So I kind of supports, Gary, what you're saying is just let's set the goal on the lower side until we're sure we want to be, you know, much bigger. And, you know, keep in mind that a 10-year horizon it'll be here before you know it. So if you're going to have, you know, 5 people, you know, per year for 10 years, you're going to be 100 people. Will it be the same club? You know, so just a thought. Granted, we lose people, but if we net 5 a year is, I guess, what I'm getting at, you know, we'd be there. All right. Kristen is not here.
Don, I could read a quick thank you for a scholarship if you'd like.
Okay.
So Safina McAllison received a scholarship from us and she wrote, "Dear Lance Morehouse from Rotary Club of Lake Stevens, it is a great honor to have received the 2023 Rotary Scholarship and I'm sincerely appreciative of your support. Recently, I registered for my fall quarter classes at UW and I'm excited to begin with multivariable calculus. That sounds awful. Mechanics and Spanish. The school offers many activities I hope to become involved in, including hiking and climbing clubs, community service opportunities, and undergraduate research in astronomy. I wouldn't have access to these things if it wasn't for your generosity. I'm one step closer to a career as an astronomer, and I eagerly await what the future holds. Thank you again for your very important contribution to my education that inspires me to always put service above myself. Much obliged."
All right.
You're tearing there.
All right. Yes, Chris.
I have one more thing. So as far as youth exchange students, our youth exchange students touching down in Seattle today at about 11:55.
Oh,
He'll be staying at Kristen Odegaard's house, so that'll be kind of cool. His name's Pablo Martinez. And he'll be attending school and all kinds of stuff. So we'll have him come to one of the meetings. So.
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Pablo and Pablo. Either way. Spain.
I don't know.
All right, Kendra's not here, but unfortunately, we have an announcement. Our speaker today, Igor Dutov, who's the Beeline Organics person, had a family emergency and is unable to make it today. So that's the bad news, of course. And good news is there's no pressure on us from a standpoint of getting through the agenda today. Well, not too much at least. I've got a surprise for everybody, so. We got 2 videos. Oh, boy. Okay. Rand, What's up with public image? You had a meeting this last week.
We're having fun.
Uh,
It's a pretty well-attended group. We're going to work now on replacing our tent that we use at farmers market and other places, make it more of a branded thing. And
Thank you.
our goal is to not attract new members, but to attract new sponsors. So we are working on delivering all of our commitments to existing sponsors and creating a ground where they're welcome and we attract new sponsors moving forward. So instead of 25,000 scholarships, we should be doing 100,000 scholarships. So that's our goal. That's what we're working on. And we assigned a bunch to you because you missed the meeting. So
yeah, I missed the meeting, but I'm sure I'll notice that I have a bunch of tasks. I will name by it. All right, well, thank you for that. I am sorry already. That's good stuff.
Give everyone videos.
James, you want to be Sergeant of Arms?
Well, I think Steve did a great job.
Well, Steve, you want to continue? That's great. I did tell Steve that if you came in, he could tap you.
We chatted and I was encouraging him.
Okay.
Are you gonna rely on the job?
We're good with it. Go for it.
Overruled. I guess I'm Sergeant at Arms in training. Yes. There you go. Sir, how can I get you? Pull a ticket, no pressure.
You get to read the number. You can pick one and then read it. And if you don't have your readers, you're in trouble.
The winner gets the winning Powerball ticket, so there's no pressure there.
The last three. Last three.
I can't read here.
Are you? Okay.
2165 884.
884?
See, I was going to say, but 3 times.
Anybody have 884?
884. Who's got 884?
I was gonna say,
There might be a conflict right here.
Really?
All right, yay.
no, Victor.
Oh, so you can win it. Oh, okay.
There you go.
So now, there you go.
Don't put that back in there.
Yeah.
He's in training, guys.
I was gonna say the training program here sucks. Hey, Chris, now remember, it gets you in the end.
I know it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, be careful, because I'm now walking around with a bucket.
Yeah.
You said that's right. We'll start with the twins. Sharing the same birthday.
There's no scanner.
QR code, it's great idea.
Let's give me my last meeting to walk. I have to be everything, have to be on the other side of town, so I'm glad I got to come in today.
Excuses.
Yeah, they make me work, but I'm excited to be here and I'm excited that we're still growing, even though we haven't really been pushing the membership out, but I'm excited about our new phase of going toward more sponsors. I think it's gonna be beneficial for us that getting more scholarships out for kids is really what awesome for us. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Ben won't like.
Lauren?
Well, another year is coming to fruition. I'm going to pass 68 years. Yeah, over Labor Day weekend, so I'll give you 5 on that.
Wow.
Actually, since I'm here, Larry, are you still on?
I am here.
Wake up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's awake.
If you turn your camera on, didn't see her. There you go.
There you go. You can turn back off now.
What are you happy about?
I'm happy if I can be happy.
Okay.
Okay, very good. All right. And we can expect your donation shortly then. Angie? are you on?
Yeah, I send it around the 1st of the month for a whole month. So Yeah, I just had, well, you'd all want to know, I just had the center of my prostate removed.
Like you doing well, appreciate that. I'm sitting here.
Yeah, they used a laser. Cut it up and pulled it out.
Angie?
That's Larry.
Good morning. I'm just happy to be back.
Yay!
And Joelle, it's your turn. Uh-oh, no microphone.
Oh.
Joelle, we lose you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Right over here, ladies.
Oh, yes, hello, yay, it's Friday. And I did just sign up for the farmer's market for the first shift, so we're covered.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right.
I'm happy it's Friday and my youngest daughter got engaged, so.
Can I take you, Mike?
Yeah. She is smiling.
Well, he's been a member of the family for what, 4 or 5 years?
6 years. He's a keeper.
You're doing a great job, Steve. Thank you for that. Sorry, Bob and Ann, I'm gonna have to miss tomorrow because I'm on holiday this weekend. So there's that. And we are ramping up school year transportation. It's gonna be nuts for the next couple of weeks.
How many people have you been able to hire since last week or two?
Well, the real question, kind of like membership in a club, is what's the net gain? And we're still at 0.
Oh, no.
So we're bringing people on, but we're also losing people either by their choice or not.
Yeah.
Frustrating. So if you all have some time, we can use you all as drivers. Taking our little ones to school if you're not doing anything else.
The little knob, right?
No knobs. Okay.
And Chris, what do you have to do?
I'm happy about Friday and I'm always happy to come to this meeting, so it's happy for everybody.
And Jack?
Mine's gonna require a little background, but a friend of mine who works as a contractor for NASA has a really cool job. He goes around the high schools and proposes experiments to be conducted on the space station. And he told me that the most recent proposal was to learn how to figure out a way to roll dice in 0G. And so now they've got high school students working on trying to figure out a way to do that. So I thought D&D in space, that is good.
And Mr. Hobbs.
Yeah, so here's a happy dollar. You know, I wish I could go back in time to my 16-year-old dirty high school self and tell him that Tracy said I was lovely. It was because of my teeth. It was because of my teeth, but that'd be cool.
Washington State keeps asking me for more money, so I'm gonna do the same.
Well, here's a couple of happy dollars for Eileen entering her 7th century. And
Decade.
And then 3 more happy dollars. I was able to go to John Dyer's birthday party last weekend and said hello to everyone. And he is going to be my guest at a future meeting. I'm gonna get him up early and get him to Lake Stevens by 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes. I have happy dollars. This is happy to have my friend Nancy here. The Bridge Receiving Center, I don't know if you all know about Bridge Receiving. It's the foster kids who are going into the foster system for the first time. We have this fantastic location here in Lake Stevens. They are having a big event on September 30th. So that was going to be our Porks and Cakes, but since we're not busy now, if you want to attend another event, their goal is to give 500 kids a safe night. 500 nights.
Wow.
It's the September 30th is an auction, yes.
And where is it? Okay.
I'm not sure. But Bridge Receiving Center, go on their website and get on their newsletters. Every newsletter is oh my God, I can't believe that child had to deal with that, but look at where they landed. So it's very inspirational, heartwarming. That's my answer. Yes. So Nancy has.
Never turn away.
No.
Course the final. Front yard is done. Yes, that was a 8-week tragedy for me. Okay, you have to understand, I worked my butt off. Backyard's coming. Love my animals.
I'm just happy it's Friday. I think we all love this. Sweet. There we go. Thank you. And Steve.
Yeah, I just realized I'm the third Steve here, so. Yeah, happy. Happy to be here and then, have to be happy and no lasers used on me, so.
My wife was part of the T-Mobile layoffs that you're all reading about. And she starts her new position at Boeing in a couple of weeks.
Yay.
That's a nice thing. One of the most moving things to me this week was Lance. And first I heard him write about his 10 years at Sherwood, which is very touching. You're very fortunate if you're ever in a position that you love so much that you talk publicly like that. But then 2 hours later in the day, I saw Sherwood write about Lance and how happy they were that he was their leader. And I was just touched by it. Like, your story is fantastic. And I just wanted to call you out and say congratulations on 10 years. And I'm so happy that you're in a place where you're so loved.
Happy it's Friday, happy I'm on the ground. Happy for Lance, it's awesome. Was spent 4 or 5 days in lovely South Dakota. And then was back a day and spent 4 or 5 days in Arizona. And then I'm going over the mountains today. So 2 more weeks of summer as the teachers fly. So I got to, yeah, fast paced. I'll be back in action again soon.
Well, Eric, with his job, I love the shirt. Has anyone seen his shirt? Yeah.
It's as close as I can come to the new branding that we have. That shirt is out. That shirt over there is out.
It's a district shirt. Be careful.
Still out.
We're gonna have a burning
First,
party.
yeah, first one is for Rand. We had a great meeting the other night. It's exciting to look at Rotary in a different perspective. Looking at it as the way that we're going to be branding it and having the ability to be able to go on a site and order shirts without going to Russell Hampton or somebody else. So we're in a good shape. Looking forward to the last farmers market and also looking forward to the fact that the bowls are working. If you talk to people, you get them over there, you talk to them. It's amazing. I get a lot of questions about Sherwood. I get a lot of questions when I'm there about the greater zone. And since I'm involved with both of those, I can kind of talk to them and it's been fun. A lot of fun.
Well, last week was not so much fun.
No, it wasn't.
91 degrees and hotter than hell, starting with that tent.
He kept going over to his car, which was over by the post office.
To cool down.
Blasting on the air for a long time, and then coming back. And then I'd leave and go find some refuge someplace.
Oh, boy.
Did we find the banner? Just, I know at the last farmers market, there was no Rotary branding whatsoever. We didn't have a banner up or anything. Can we find it? It doesn't do us any good if we're,
It's
just got a blank table with some.
It's gotta be in the storage area.
We need to find it.
Have we looked? It's rolled up.
We've
It's,
looked every place.
Oh,
It's
really?
kind of like the little scroll that goes up. That's
Yeah,
been
that's
missing for
disappeared.
about 3 months.
It was on the chain link fence at
Oh, yeah.
Aquafest, right? The square, the 8 foot by 8 foot banner, and it's kind of just disappeared.
I didn't take it off.
Maybe we can get a table. skirt.
So if anybody has it in your house and hanging on the wall, please return it.
Next time we do anything like that, we'll put the little tags on there, right?
Apple cake.
They were great.
They do work.
Why they all in your trunk?
We don't have meeting next week. I plan to take a trip to Maui to visit my family.
I'm happy that, I have 5 kids. Up to this week, none of them lived in Washington State, but my oldest actually is just moving back to Washington this week, so.
All right.
Moving in with you?
No.
Into the backyard.
Okay, so it's easy for me to keep track of how many years I've been in Rotary because I joined on Dad's 90th birthday. And so it's 8 years, so that gives you a little hint as to Dad's age coming up here. So thanks, Dad. My sister's coming into town on Wednesday, so she'll be hanging out with Dad and I for a few days. And other than that, just love this beautiful weather.
All right, I got a demo, so I'm gonna, just a couple of updates, so everybody got it. So the food bank, just to give you an idea, it's very expensive right now with inflation and cost of goods. We were very fortunate that we got a donation from one of the churches, like a whole truckload of food. We served 1,700 families in the month of July, and that equated to, what was it here? 110,603 pounds of food. So if you look at our population, that's more than 10% of our population that we are helping bridge that gap. And giving them the ability to eat and not have to choose if they have to pay their utility bill for eating. So pretty amazing. A lot of people know that stuff. So on the Aquafest front, we had our board meeting last night. We kind of dissected how things went. We created a new, not committee, but new chair. It's called the Big Ass TV chair. Ran in, so he's officially now the chair of the Big Ass TV for Aquafest.
All right, Rand.
Yeah, so you're stuck. See, when you don't show up to meetings, we're not even tell you about a meeting, you're stuck, need to sign something at meeting. And then I will say for Aquafest, I will just say the dates. I'm just gonna say TBD. And I'm gonna say a number of 844. We want 845 to be in a Guinness Book of World Records. But any clue what maybe we might try to pull off next year?
The number of small streets to make the big street.
We would like to, we're kind of just kicking around last night. We would like to dethrone the Guinness Book of World Records. It's been held for a number of years now for the amount of paddleboarders.
Wow.
845 paddleboards is what we're kind of kicking around.
That'll be
No,
fun.
well, 300, a little over 300 homes, every home, I bet every home I have like 4, right? Bunch of junky ones, right? So you times that, there you go. I mean, it's 1,200 paddleboards we get out on the lake, and everybody has 4 paddleboards.
Do you have to have a person on the paddleboard?
Or dog.
Yeah.
Or in the water next to it.
And thank you, Lance, for 10 years. This community is just better.
So I'm happy that all my family members showed up to help out with the party tomorrow. I'm happy that so many people here are going to be able to attend, and we'll miss the ones that won't. And I'm also very happy that it's going to be sunny out there. And it'll be nice.
I'm all Venmo. I'll just Venmo. I'm happy to hear about all of you guys' happiness, except for Larry's. No, I'm super happy to hear about
Then just happy for strong, happy family, community, and just glad we have great people in our community, and I'm fortunate to be able to get surrounded by a lot of them. So.
And I missed you, sir.
All right.
We should all be happy Steve Hobbs' mugshot is not on the internet.
Especially Steve Austin, I'm sure.
But it's on Facebook a lot of times.
Well, I'm happy. I got all my permits. You'll be glad to know.
Oh,
And construction starts on Monday on my new dock. And so Sunday will be the last party. And that's actually what I'm more happy about, I guess. Than anything else.
Thank you. Did I miss anybody? I don't want to leave any dollars behind. Okay, thanks.
All right, so we have two videos. And we've got time for only one of them. We've got a very short video that's about 2 minutes long, and in honor of the last orca in captivity who recently passed away at the aquarium in Miami. I've got the 2-minute video of a situation in the San Juans where the whale won, did not get captured. I happened to be on that adventure. So it's like payback type of thing. And then I've got a 20-minute video of our Rotary president talking about Rotary. So my question is, which should we play first?
Whales.
Okay. I kind of thought that might be the case. That would be this one.
Need to drown this guy. We did.
Okay. There is sound here. Surrounded by whales for a minute there, but then they kind of got tired of us. This is on the west coast of San Juan Island.
Kind of figured they couldn't eat you.
Oh, they could. This one could.
Yeah, I think I-
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. Oh, definitely tell you to leave.
Wow. Showing off for you.
That they were. I'm sorry, the sound isn't coming through, but it was kind of funny. Their daughter, Whitney.
I think she's excited.
The others were pretty much in shock. They're from Argentina. Because in Argentina, the whales are a little different there. They like to eat mammals. So. All right.
When was this?
This was actually several years ago. It was, I mean, now you are absolutely not supposed to be out there if there's whales anywhere near. In this particular case, I don't know if we really would have had a chance because they were everywhere. So.
No propellers though.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably what I can do now.
So I'm not sure why we aren't getting video or audio because we were getting it. Isn't gonna be a very interesting video if we can't make this happen. Let's mute, so we weren't muted. Plan B. So this is gonna last a little late, so everybody can feel free to bail when they want to or need to.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah, I can't read lips.
Yeah.
And a card.
Let's try.
It was 2 Fridays ago. Yeah.
Sure, the speaker, so you gotta change your speaker, go down, go down, yeah, you're on the Epson up top, so that's why.
Okay.
You gotta change the, there you go. It's kind of wide, so you'd have to use the one on the wall.
The one on the wall?
If you kept on the Epson, yeah. Here, if you go to the Epson, no, go back to that one. Go back to that.
Okay. Well, if we were getting the audio, from people talking.
Oops, something.
As you guys think about the date for Corks and Cakes, do you think that we should all be charged with brainstorming, like the one person who's not in Rotary that we should all invite to Corks and Cakes?
Yeah, I mean, so. The space for, it's gonna depend on where the venue is too, because Penn Cove is gonna hold a lot less people than, no, Carlton Park. But yes, start thinking about like who outside of, yeah, that's great. I need more coffee. Sorry.
Sponsorship forms.
You are on your way.
Those are on the
Sixth
website.
century, so I guess we do a little bit of.
Ryan, I got a couple in my car.
If I get a couple.
Thinking about your baskets too, if you're not good at putting baskets together, and I'm not saying I am good. See, ask for partnership, you give me $100, couple $100, I'll put a basket together for you. It could be in your name, or your ideas, I'll figure out some ideas and.
The ideas are the hard part though.
Ideas are the hard part, yeah, but sometimes it's also the money, it's like, oh, I could do that, but. I've already spent some here and it's like,
Yeah.
So.
I'm first in line for that offer. Just-
Awesome.
Sign that. Yeah, be careful what you say.
Creative.
It's a side job now.
So, yeah.
So are they,
Yes.
are they donations, are they just baskets or these?
Events, like yesterday, I went sailing with Jim Hagan because I won that in the auction last year. It was a sailing kind of a teaching but it was mostly, okay, no, point that way, okay, no, point this way, okay, you gotta turn around, okay, we're turning.
That's what you were doing when I was talking to him.
Yes, yeah, well, we weren't on the boat yet. But
Okay.
so events or, places to go. There's always a fire truck ride to school for the kids, that's awesome.
There should be multiple of those, just saying, it's such a high ticket item.
Yeah, yeah. I know several members have, there's usually a Hawaii trip. That's fun. Some
Mexico trip.
Mexico trip, the river, yeah. And then there's like putting together, I think, was it Connor did it with his family? Or no, I'm changing, so they put together 4 hours of yard work. They got his kids involved or,
Oh, that's right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. we could
So,
borrow.
or, somebody will come bring bark and spread it for you. So things like that are awesome also.
I could ask, Chief, Kevin O'Brien, if they're willing to, because we've done this in the past, not in Rotary, but big auction off. 2 kids or, 2 or 3 people will be on the fire boat.
You're doing it.
For.
I'm doing it because he forgot last year.
Great. That's, they let the kids, do the fire hose and so that was, yeah, so that might be cool with that.
Get out of the way.
What's the rules regarding putting bottles of wine in our bucket baskets? So we're not doing anything online anymore. It's all gonna be silent. I
Right,
think
yeah.
this
Well,
in-person alcohol has to be part of the live event, right?
No.
Or can you?
No, it's
No.
only online.
You
Yeah.
can do, the wine has to be donated by members, so we can all donate it. Or it has to come from like the original source, so like breweries, wineries directly. It can't be donated like from Rustic Court, it can't be donated from like Costco. It has to either come directly from the winery or members, but it can be live and silent.
So San Michelle
Donating.
donating.
Yeah, you know,
That's
it's like
totally
that.
cool,
Yeah.
we're good. That's not a problem.
okay, so that,
What about wine in the baskets? Those could be in the silent
Yes,
option?
yes, that's totally fine.
We're not doing it, buy a ticket and win this big pile of money.
Typically, we have given 2 bottles of wine and 2 bottles of beer, around 16 ounce minimum. And we have typically put those together in packages
Then you have to give up.
auction.
I
And we're doing that again this year,
What's that?
No raffles.
the beer and the wine.
Yes, yeah.
And in the
The
bucket.
bucks like the wheelbarrow of beer and,
Gotta be an auction thing. Auction.
yeah.
Okay.
Another one I did, several years ago.
That's
If anybody would bring, you, in your cupboard, if you have an unopened bottle of booze, of it, you know, not beer or wine, but hard alcohol, I put together a basket and then I went and got some little ones. I mean, it was a lot of. That's an idea. If people wanna go through your cabinets and think things out.
And
If
in
you
fact,
haven't opened it.
to piggyback on what Tracy said, if you've got baskets at home that you're not using, or if you've got an odd unused item, bring it, because we can put those items together and make more baskets.
Yeah.
And then Christine's gonna donate the wheelbarrow for the beer.
oh, great.
Nice.
So,
Thanks.
My comment is, hopefully we get a venue that can hold a lot of people. I feel like that oftentimes we're dipping into our own pockets time and time again. It'd be so great to engage the community. And keep telling them about what we're doing in such like a public image that Rand is working on. Additionally, as we get these items, we should kind of promote them. I don't know, like Stephen's, community page, and get people interested, like, oh, I want to come to the auction to see what Rotary is and to get that item and to get the fire truck ride for my kid, right? Like incentivize and pull people in. And I know people on the Lake Stevens community page all the time are asking for like boat rides and dock use, like they're willing to help them if we just can provide those services and then the money goes back, right? So
we're gonna have, there'll be a live auction item to trip to Tuscany. Too, it's through an auction site that we use, that Sherwood uses, that we can secure one of those, so it'll have a minimum price point. And then anything over that, it doesn't obligate us, so we're good, so don't stress about that, but it'll allow us to provide another like high-end trip experience, because people are really about experiences right now. That seems to be their, things. Yes, exactly.
Also
We have a fund cause.
the food items where we've around the lake, I forget what we call this.
The progressive dinner.
Progressive dinners, we saw those.
That's fine.
The other thing to think about is our fund and need, because it'll be restricted funds, so we need to think about where we want that money to go this next year, because it will, whatever we raise for the paddle race has to go to that specific thing.
Right.
So think about that too, because we're gonna need to know what you guys want to do for that.
Yeah.
I think we raised something like $10,000 for the food bank last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
So to that point, I think it would be a good idea for us to suggest any ideas we have to the committee. Maybe contact you, Tracy or Rochelle, or you, Eileen, and maybe we can gather up all the suggestions, and then we can make a decision at maybe the next board meeting.
I would just say, I would say get us, get grants and donations. That time of year, food bank has empty bowls. We're gonna do that over 2 days this year.
Mhm.
You have, the VOA is doing their big breakfast. The Children's Museum is doing their breakfast give. You've got, the YMCA, which a lot of us live over here, there's only one over there is doing their Big Brothers and Sisters thing up in Tulare, so a lot, and that's all within that 2-month period. All right around the time of the Rotary, so that would get it getting, as those other ones come out, we want their stuff before the other people from the other organizations start asking. It's
Interesting.
I didn't realize how much goes on at the end of the year for auctions.
Yeah.
And raising them.
Well, I think it's good timing from a standpoint of gifts for holidays and that type of thing.
Absolutely, yeah, I was saying, get on it quick.
But then we were also surprised at how many of these events are going on in the spring too. It's pretty much, it's hard to find that little slot.
And what date we're, I think the food bank, we're doing ours October 6th and 7th this year.
Okay, well, we're in November, it sounds like either the 4th or the 11th, depending on the venue.
Initially the 4th, right, but we actually did not purposely do it this year because there's so many people that went, and year after year, they kept complaining about it, so I would definitely.
Did you hear that, Eileen?
No,
A lot of people complain about having it on the 4th, that's why they, the food bank didn't do theirs on the 4th.
No, that was October 4th.
No, we always did like people.
Yeah.
And this year we said.
Yeah.
So here's the problem. All of the venues are done. We have 2 options right now. It's the 4th or the 11th based on the venue. So.
Yeah, everybody else is
Agree,
booked.
but we're kind of stuck.
And so I would like to make a suggestion that after we get through our auction in November, regardless of the day, that we meet right after and pick a venue for next year.
Yep.
Because I really, and then we get that date down, because this last minute stuff, it just it leaves us less options.
So you're with Penn Cove, you're downstairs and upstairs, right? You have to be a split deal.
So if you guys got a minute, I'll share the pros and cons of each event.
Well, I was
each
just
venue.
gonna say, maybe I could bring it to the food bank and see if you could do it at the food bank. We have downstairs and upstairs.
Well, so Penn Cove, the pros are, we don't need a permit. Thank you, by the way. We don't need a permit because they serve beer. So, and they have the food right there. The cons are there's not enough room for everybody to stay seated.
Yep.
That's the biggest con.
For sure.
And then the parking issue. For Carlton Farms, ton of parking. They will hold up to 180 people seated.
Wow.
That would be a little bit cramped, I would say, but Rochelle and I went and looked at the venue the other day, and it was set up for 135 people. There was plenty of room. There's enough room to do 2 bars, and have the food, be served in a buffet. And then, they don't have a, audio system, so we'd have to figure that out, but we have Rand, so I figured he's a magic maker, he could figure it out. But there's enough room to have silent auction, live auction, and everybody can sit. So I guess it just depends on what you guys want and how important it is for everybody to be seated. I know in the past, when we had it at the college, there wasn't seating for everybody. It was more of a tasting, and people would come in and out and all of that. So it really just depends on what us as a Rotary as a whole, what we want our event to look like.
I'm so sorry, Eileen. My team is producing a national Rotary event in San Diego, the 4th through the 11th of November.
We are fired. You're fired.
Sorry, I'm fired.
Oh, we did? Okay, great. Chris just said the auctioneer can bring it, so
Where's
good.
Carlton Farms at?
Carlton Farms is if you go down 204,
Sunny side.
it's on the right-hand side, you make a right and you go down the Sunnyside Boulevard, it's right there.
Yeah, okay.
So let me just put it out to you guys. Is it important for everybody to have a place to sit?
I mean, the goal's gotta be raise money. How
The
are you
more
getting the
people,
most
the better.
people and the most money?
They have to stay.
So then if that's the case, if that is the case, then it is. This is just my personal opinion, it is not reflective of the team. I think Carlton Farms, they're gonna give us a 50% discount. So they normally rent that venue out for $3,000. When I talked to Kelsey and I told her who we were, she would do it for $1,500. And then if we wanted them to clean up, it's an extra 300, which is, I
We
think,
can literally clean it up.
I think
I will clean it up.
whatever. So anyway, but that was the option. And they have tables, chairs, they have 2 TVs, but those TVs aren't linked. So the one TV is up front, which we would really only need the one, because it would be,
For the
the other
option.
one would be behind the
Yeah.
way I was thinking how it would be set up.
You can leave TVs to the.
So we can fit more people in Carlton Farms than we can at Penn Cove, but, you know, it's not my decision, it's your decision, as, you know, our team's decision.
So did each venue come with a specific date?
Yes, so Carlton Farms is the 11th, and then Penn Cove, we're looking at the 4th. So it is really up to what you guys want to do. It is my professional opinion that I think Carlton Farms fills more of our needs, but I don't want to speak for everybody. That's not my place.
You can't, you have
Get
to.
the food in the auction. and
Yes, yes, we can hire Ruth to do the catering.
There's it separated to where you've got food here and then all the auction items are here.
It's all in one big giant square, which is nice, because what's nice about that is people can eat, they can mingle. We're just gonna do heavy hors d'oeuvres. So it's not gonna be like we're having like a meal. And so that's the one thing I do like about it is that people can mingle, they can sit, they can have a little snacky, then they can get up and look at their stuff, and then we can do the big final push for the auction, live auction items.
Wine and beer, right?
Could you have to get a license drink?
But we can get it, we have to get it within 45 days, which
Yeah, it's easy.
we need to be, and I do have a contact, Misty Baxter, with the state, which I can call and be like, hey, maybe it's me. But I just need to know what you guys want to do, and then us four can chat about it, and then.
We have enough, do they have enough tables, or do we have to rent the tables?
No, they got tables and chairs.
All that for 1,500.
Yeah.
Tables and chairs, and we have to do the setup, so we'll have to be there early
Oh,
to
yeah.
do the setup. We have it for the whole day. And then we just do the cleanup, which means mopping, sweeping, picking up the garbage. yada, yada.
$400.
I'll pay 5.
It's not my decision to make, but I do think that we can get more people in that venue.
It's good
But-
to bring them back in. I mean, I haven't did anything
The other
there.
thing is the acoustics.
Well, and they were she was super responsive.
Yeah.
But they don't do catering.
No, but we have a caterer, so that's not.
I haven't talked to Ruth about the date, I spoke to her about the fourth. So I'll find out about the-
But what do you think? What is your?
I think Carlton Farms.
Yes.
So does your
Okay.
team want a consensus from the group here?
I like the idea of Penn Cook because
Smaller.
it's smaller,
Small.
but I don't think, for me personally, and again, my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like if we're gonna invite people to the event, that everybody should have at least a seat to sit.
The quicker we have a date and a location, we can start the advertising right away.
So
That's
does
the biggest thing.
I would vote, so I've fortunately been involved in a couple of these things now, because it's not fun. It's fun when it's over, but I'm learning the different avenues you need to go, right? For us in Empty Bowls, we want people in and out, right? Come in, have some soup, buy a bowl, have this, that.
And then leave.
That's why we're split into VIP one night where it's band, have fun, and then come and go and have breakfast. It's two different kind of venues. And then there's a Sherwood event where you get there and you stay and you mingle and you drink, and then it's like, oh, I want that box item over there. Go back, you're talking to friends, and then all of a sudden, you're, oh, we're gonna get that. You look over, you're bidding against your friend over there. So, gee, I was gonna invite you. Why? But you stay. That's the thing is, you know, this event is a stay.
Yeah.
You have to be able
Okay,
to have
I
somebody.
appreciate that input, because that's kind of what I was thinking too, but again, it's not my decision.
So does your team want a consensus from this group?
Yes.
I would like to, yes.
I'd make a motion
Would be nice.
All right. Show of hands, Carlton Farms.
There you go.
All right, Penn Cove.
He's gonna go to that Rotary thing in Ransom.
You got tickets to what?
I'm in Bozeman that weekend, but I think it is still, I think we still need to do it on the 11th. Sorry.
We'll cover you.
Friday. That'll be great.
Okay, you think of the cleanup.
Steve already offered 500.
When you're six, please. You see what happens when you sit and you make all of a sudden you're big again.
So does anybody like the idea of Penn Cove on the fourth?
No.
Yeah.
We tried something there before, it's just too difficult. Having to go up and down.
It's really fragmented. I mean, I want to support them and I know they have great food and beer and all of that, but I also.
I would suggest we support them for a holiday event,
Oh,
Yes. that would
like we
be
did
good.
last year. I think that works fine.
Support them still.
Yeah. And also, are you gonna talk to them about coming and pouring beer? And they would sell beer for like $6 and they give you $1 back. And then they bring everything, you got the taps, that's a way to support them. You want to get to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, well, I think we've got enough information communicated that we can adjourn the meeting. All right.
That was listening to give up to
I guess.
Yeah. Website is.